Hello everybody and welcome to another naval action video. Today this is more of a tutorial, and yeah, the reason for that is the previous tutorial of this manual sales was bad, basically due to both my phone and me dying. So here we are, the naval action manual sales tutorial. So let's begin. We are sailing here in my bosun tower, and the most obvious way to turn your ship is simply by turning your rudder left, as I am doing now. As you can see, my ship is slowly turning. Or to the right. Again, slowly turning. However, manual sales is a good way for both tacking, which I'll also show in this video, and improving your turn rate. So we shall begin with left. So what you want to do is you want to use Q to move your front yard, as you can see, all the way to the left. Your rear yard, you want to use C to turn all the way to the right. And you want to pull your rudder hard left. That is when running with the wind. And as we turn, we're going to do a full circle here, turning left. And showing my mouse here. Keep an eye on the front yard, since it's something important that will be shown now. As you are turning, and a lot of people make this mistake, rather than keeping the front yards like this all the way to the left, as you see, the wind kind of pushes it into the mast. What you want to do is you want to keep the yards kind of parallel to the wind for the best speed and turning. And you keep on doing that until just a bit more. And of course, at a certain point, you can't turn anymore. And we have hit that point. And now we're tacking. We want to use Z to turn your rear yard all the way to the left. And you keep your front yard all the way to the right to perform the tack. And almost there. And as soon as we hit this point, looking at the compass, you want to turn your front yard all the way to the left again. And the rear yard, you will keep roughly parallel to the wind. So like this again, for optimal turning. So just keep an eye here, keep it parallel. I messed up a bit there. I'm not perfect at this. I try my best. And sorry about that. Let me just close those. There we go. Now let's turn to the right. Similar to left, you want to have your back yard all the way to the left and your front yard all the way to the right. So it's basically the opposite. And you keep, again, the front yard you keep roughly parallel to the wind. And do note, this can be tricky in the middle of combat, so you want to try to pay attention, or so you want to try to get this ingrained into you so that it does automatically. And then you turn the backyard all the way to the right to perform the tack. We're at the center point of the tack now. Almost there. And now we do the front yard all the way to the right. And the backyard we keep on turning. Also, you can see a little half-demasted privateer in the distance. Just thought I'd mention it. But remember, keep your yards roughly parallel to the wind for the best. Not entirely, since you want to have some wind in the sails for maximum speed. Since if you do too much, like this, you'll just lose the wind. I said like this, right as... Yeah, you get my point anyways. And... we are at this, roughly at the... That was lag spike. Sorry, I have some internet problems today, it isn't perfect. But anyways, we have hit this point. Now, another trick, or some tips and tricks with manual sails. First off, if you double tap Q, it'll go all the way to the right. Double tap E, it will go all the way to the right. Q all the way to the left. F, skipper to back to auto. Z, double tap Z, skipper or rear yard goes all the way to the left. Double tap C, it goes all the way to the right. You can also just hold it in if you want. That's an option. Of course, it also works with the rudder. Double tap D and you turn hard right without even having to touch. And same with double tap A, you don't have to hold it. Next up, this is a situation where manual sails can be useful. So imagine you have lost your rudder. You might think you don't have any options for maneuvering. Wrong, you do. Manual sails. Granted, it isn't as good as with the rudder and you can't turn upwind that much, but I'm not going to touch the rudder. You can just keep an eye on here to confirm. Double tap Q, double tap C. Just like I said, you keep the manual sail thing. You do the manual sail thing, but you don't touch the rudder. And if you keep an eye on the compass, you should see, slowly but steadily, I am turning. Very slowly indeed. You'll notice it better on smaller vessels. And even though manual sails it's a must-have on big vessels, especially first rates, they're also very good. It's also a very good thing to know in smaller vessels like brigs and snows and such. So yeah, as you can see, I can turn. Granted, it's slowly, and we do the same the other way, just to show. Slowly turning to the right. Very slowly. So, that was my manual sails guide and tacking guide. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!